to show you guys my current everyday makeup routine that includes some amazing products that I'm just out of this world obsessed with at the moment. There is also a giveaway, actually 2 giveaways going on, so make sure you stay tuned till the end of the video if you want to win some of my current favourites. I know I always tell you guys to get prepared and everything, so I feel like I should keep up that tradition so that my naked face doesn't hit ya, but it will in 3, 2, 1. I just moisturise my face and I use the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturising Lotion Plus. I've done a whole post on this which I will link below. Step number 2 is to neutralise the redness that's going on pretty much, you know, everywhere. This is from L'Oreal. It's their Nude Magique CC cream and it has SPF 20, which is another reason why I like using this as like a starter step. So this is for anti-redness. It's green. Can you see that? It is green. But then you plonk it on your skin like this. You leave it and go out looking like this. Hi. Then you just kind of rub it in and you can see it just kind of neutralizes everything. It feels really nice. Leaves a really kind of like hydrated feeling to the skin, but ready kind of for foundation. And I really like that it has SPF 20. I also find when I rub products in, my skin is so sensitive it gets redder, so ignore that if that's what's happening right now. Next we have a super dreamy combination. This is NARS Sheer Glow, and I've never spoken about NARS Sheer Glow before because I never gave in to the hype, but I gave in and the hype is right. I think this is an amazing foundation. So I normally do about 1 pump of that. The pumps they give you at NARS are quite like generous pumps. I'm using the Bobbi Brown Flawless Face Brush. I love that it's short and travel sized, but I've had my Real Techniques buffing brush for maybe around 3 years now, so it's a bit kind of worse for wear. So this is like the uber fancy kind. It buffs foundation in beautifully, makes everything look really kind of flawless and seamless, and hint hint, this product is in the giveaway. You just gotta take foundation down your neck. I keep seeing my friend Ingrid use this. I'll link up her videos below because I love them, and I had to go and copy her because it looked so good. I bought a different shade though. It's the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and this is in the shade Candlelight. It's a cream eyeshadow. You just apply it from your fingers over your eyelids, and it just adds like a really great wash of colour, but it's also a fantastic primer as well. I always see her use this and it just seems like such an easy, simple step, and I love the kind of like golden hint of sheen it gives to my eyelids. I'm liking this whole kind of like candle lit uber glowy look at the moment, and this eyeshadow like fits right into that little category. This is Urban Decay and it is in the shade Half Baked. It's a golden colour, and I take that on my fingertip and just like press that into my eyelid. You can see it's just like such an intense colour, but it's like really gorgeous, super soft. It just catches the light really beautifully. So if you guys remember my sticky note trick, these are back in full force. I've never actually fallen out of love with these at all. So I always take these and I apply them from the corner of my eye to the corner of my brow, and I promise you this makes any feline flick or smoky eye or anything like that 100 times easier. I'm using a liquid eyeliner from Burberry today, and this is in their new range of eye products, and it is so great. Not only is the felt nib like really easy to use, I think the product's actually called Effortless as well. Yeah, it is Effortless liquid liner. The lid actually clicks into place as well, so I find that the nib doesn't dry out as fast, which is something that I struggled with my Pixie lash line ink. So I just get really close to my mirror and draw this line, pressing it in along my lashes, and I talk to you really slowly when I do this. I just kind of let the sticky note do all the work for me. I just like draw a line going along with the sticky note and then kind of like join the two, and this is where I kind of just like go over it and perfect it for like 10 minutes. Now that it's done, I'm just going to apply this Urban Decay eyeliner to my upper waterline. Now this makes my lashes look so much thicker and fuller, and you can't even really tell that it's there. It's not like a massive extra step or anything. I've just got really addicted to doing this recently. Oh, it feels so weird, but it does make your lashes look really amazing. I've been loving doing a little bit of extra definition in my crease area up in here. A really great matte palette is the Charlotte Tilbury Sophisticate eyeshadow palette. Other matte eyeshadows that I like are MAC and Natural Collection from Boots. I just like this because it's all kind of like there for you already. I'm just going to take this shade here, dab off any excess, I always feel like a fairy when I do that, like a fairy with a magic wand, but it's like the powder eyeshadow excess fairy. That's not even a thing. Then I just kind of like apply that in my crease. And I do that on the other side as well. It's like a tiny little extra bit of definition, but it's nice and subtle because it's matte. Then I take another MAC 217 in the cream shade and just sweep that kind of under my brow, just to highlight. Sometimes I like to take a tiny hint of grey, like the tiniest dot on my brush, and then I just sweep that in a little crease bit as well, just a tiny, tiny, tiny touch. And then I just make sure everything's nice and blended with the original 217 and whatever's left on it. Now I can remove these and hopefully I have some like semi-even winged liner. If you have like heavy blue bags under your eyes, this is a great one to help counteract everything. It's from Tarte, it's their Under Eye CC corrector. You can see it's kind of like a salmon-y peach colour and it's really, really pigmented. It's quite like potent stuff, so I just like dab it under my eyes and kind of like in that inner corner bit as well. And you can see instantly like this eye is like, yeah, I've had a nice night's sleep, and this eye is like, give me the coffee. So because this is so great, I don't normally use an under eye concealer on top of it, but instead I've been liking this yellow kind of product. I'm really liking my yellow shades for under my eyes recently. This is from L'Oreal. It's a great dupe of the MAC highlighting pen I used in my contour kit. It's in the True Match range, which you guys know I love. So I just take a little bit of this and like just dab it around my nose. And then again, I'm just blending that in, dabbing it in with my fingers. I find this is the best way to make the product like concealer mesh well with my skin. I hate the word mesh. I just find it such a weird word, yet every 2 minutes I'm like mesh, 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 mesh. I just can't think of a better word. If you guys know any word alternatives to the word mesh, let me know. Just curling my lashes ready for mascara. You guys know I love the L'Oreal False Lash Flutter waterproof formula and the normal formula, but I actually just ran out of both of those, so I'm on to my third, but I thought I'd try the Midnight Black formula. So let's see what I think of this one, because I haven't actually tried it yet. It's definitely like the less voluminizing and lengthening version. Normally I get a good lash look in a couple coats, so I'm having to really kind of build this one. I'm just applying some Tarte Gifted mascara over the top because I really like a dramatic lash look, and it just wasn't potent enough, you know? It just wasn't doing the job that I wanted. It was really nice, really natural, no clumps in sight, but I just want something a bit more kind of dramatic. Gosh, okay, I can't believe I've waited this long to like tame my eyebrows. You guys are probably like looking at them thinking like, why are they so everywhere and all over the place? They are in desperate need of some, you know, upkeep going on. So I'm using my Kiko eyebrow pencil, and this is a great dupe of the Anastasia Brow Wiz that I also love. Applying that through my brows, combing it through. I'm gonna set these eyebrow hairs in place. I'm using the Benefit Speed Brow Gel. I just think it's really cute and dinky, and it does a good job. It doesn't distribute too much gel onto my eyebrows. Has anyone ever done that before? You distribute too much gel and then you move your eyebrows and you're like, they feel like they're stuck. I just mentioned that I'm loving yellow things on my face, and I'm loving this Bowie Brown Sheer Finish Pressed Powder in Pale Yellow. It is quite translucent, but I like applying it under my eyes to kind of set everything. And then I also like using it down my T-zone because it is quite translucent, like I said. So it does mattify. I've used this for maybe over a year now. It's my NYX Matte Bronzer. It's a really great one for like an all-rounder, everyday kind of matte contouring, but add a bit of color to kind of bronzer. You can see it just gives your skin a kind of more 3D look. Sometimes I like to go in and give my cheekbones an extra like push. So the MAC 109 brush is really good at that. Push it in and you're done. I'm gonna brighten up the inner corner of my eyes. I kind of forgot to do this step. This is from Sigma. It's a fantastic nude eyeliner, so it kind of counteracts any redness, and I certainly have a lot of redness going on up in here. Lastly is the star of the show. Oh gosh, it is so nice. This is from Hourglass, and it is their 3-pan blush palette. It is so gorgeous. Ever since I've got this, maybe like a month-ish ago, I haven't, maybe even a month and a half now actually, I haven't put it down. Like, I like to even like mix all three. A little peachy, a little pink, a little golden glow. I always feel the need to kind of neglect highlighter because these are so like, oh, they're just so uplifting. My favourite part about this look is that you can basically pair any lip you want with it. So I'm going to show you a couple of my favourite lip products of the moment. First one is from NYX. Their matte lipstick in Tea Rose, and it's really similar to the YSL one I just mentioned in my October favourites. I'm really into these kind of colours at the moment. It is matte, but it's also really moisturising as well. I'm obsessed with Bite Beauty, so I sometimes apply this Bite Beauty lip gloss over the top of that because I think they go quite nicely together. I like how those two look together on the lips. I think they make a good combination, but I have also been loving these. Oh, let's just make sure this all looks nice and even. There we go. Oh, colour coordinated. Woo! These are from Rimmel. They're called their Provocalips. They are a really long-lasting matte lip colour that you just forget are on your lips. They are the most comfortable liquid lipsticks that I've tried. They don't last 16 hours like they claim to, but they do last a really long time. I think I'm gonna go for this dark colour here. You do get a lot of kind of like excess product, so you want to kind of scrape it out on the little tube and then go straight into your lips. You can see it's like super pigmented. The doe foot applicator makes it really easy to apply as well. Then I wait a couple of seconds for the lipstick to dry and go in with step number 2, which is kind of like a gooey balm, and it just kind of mattifies and sets everything. So it's clear, so you just kind of go over it like this. What do you guys think? Are you more of a fan of the like tea rose kind of lipstick or the more vampire kind of red shades? So now it is time to get into the exciting part, which is the giveaway that's going on right now. So I'm doing 2 giveaways, one on Instagram and one on Twitter, and the one on Instagram is for this Hourglass blush palette. Oh my gosh. What you have to do to win is make sure you're following me on Instagram, tag me in a picture of you watching this video with the hashtag Amelia Everyday Makeup, and that is it. So good luck if you want to win the Hourglass blush palette. And then on Twitter we have 3 things. We have the Bobbi Brown full coverage face brush, the Charlotte Tilbury Sophisticate eyeshadow palette, and the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. So make sure you're following me on Twitter, tweet a link to this video and use the hashtag Amelia Everyday Makeup so I can go through and find the winner. So good luck, and I hope the winner loves these as much as I do. That's about all my updates for today. As always, my blog will be linked in the information box below, and I do post every day. Probably right now I'm honestly gonna go and take some selfies, so I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm off, and I will see you soon. Bye! I never know how people hold like 55 products in each hand. I'm like struggling with 3. Wow! Hello everyone, and welcome to a drugstore themed video. Today is my current top makeup drugstore favorites, but that was kind of a bit of a Jim Jam mishmash, but you guys can put it all together and you